So this is Blue Box. Looks amazing, doesn't it? Imagine yourself living in close proximity to your school, and you go to school because you had badminton practice that day. Turns out it got cancelled, but you still wanted to break a sweat. Why not, right? I mean, yeah, you still have time and it's close, so why not? But then you see a girl. Oh my god, oh fuck, sorry, the word girl got me acting freaky. Sorry, I don't have much experience with girls. She was practicing basketball. And it wasn't just any other day. She does this tirelessly, day by day. First thing in the morning, without failure, without infrequency. And you begin to wonder just who is this girl? And soon, without realizing it, you've already fallen for her.
Every morning, there's this one person I'm always dying to see. And that person is... Ow!
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
I'm so sorry. I was practicing my elbow passes. Let me take a look at that. It's turning red. That must have hurt.
I'm fine, really, I mean it.
But... oh, I've just got the thing. Here, have this. Think you can forgive me?
Oh, she pulled a candy bar out of her pocket. Of course I forgive you.
And again, I reiterate, this is Blue Box, and it's my favorite romance of all time. I started reading this manga last year, way back when the anime wasn't even announced, and stopped right after announcement.
Wait for it.
Arigato. Inamata Taiki-kun.
That's it. Peak fiction. This is peak fiction.
You may call me a bitch for not catching up to it, and yet still consider it the best romance, quote unquote. But we all have our differences and preferences, right? Feel free to bash me. I've seen a plethora of romance, and considering this channel is, well, been mostly about romance, then yeah, you might have figured I've seen Origairu, if that's also something of note. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just yapping. I touch myself to minions. Anyways, I digress. Can we talk about this panel? It connects! Whoa! And his damn smile. It's so cute. God, I need a Chinatsu in my life. So, what makes this romance any different from the others? If you have watched it, it might be a bit similar to Horimiya. And I think that if you enjoyed that one, you might end up liking this one too. Except the relationship between Taiki and Chinatsu is even better. I mean, that's just my opinion. See, he has his own convictions and motivations. Even if he's getting all pumped up playing sports and running out love fumes, he still remembers his roots. He just loves badminton. He can't make having a crush an excuse for losing, nor as a catalyst to demoralize him. In my opinion, both characters have their own perceivable flaws. For the start of the manga or anime, Chinatsu has been more or less a goal, rather than a character to me. And hear me out, this is because we start with Taiki having his crush and idealistic perception on her. I think it's a bit realistic and relatable the more you zoom into it and try to think about it really. Like, if you ever had a crush, wouldn't you only see them in high regards? Your image of them is always while they're in their top-notch ideal performance. But it makes sense. You don't know them. That's the same impression I got from the start. For Taiki, Chinatsu seems so out of reach, so out of his league, that all he thinks about is about her being this ideal crush. It's like a prized possession. You only know her through the immense glazing that this guy basically gives her. But the more we see her, and the more they interact and talk to each other, you start to see the cracks. You start to see what she wants to do, and the deeper and deeper meaning behind it.
I mean, Chinatsu-senpai, you were practicing even after your last game of junior high, right?
What?
It must have been a year and a half ago. Practice was cancelled that day, but I happened to come to school since I live nearby. And I had some gear to sew. And that's when...
She's not just a senpai that Taiki is aiming for, she's someone that is fuck, just someone. I don't know why this isn't the bare minimum, but the way they improve on Chinatsu's disposition from Taiki's perspective is quite compelling to me. At first, I just saw her as this person who's all perfect, and at the same time, it stifled any progression and development that I could ever think of since, well, she doesn't really feel like a character, rather a trophy. You probably don't get what I'm saying here. It's fine, I don't have much experience with women anyways. I'm an awkward fellow after all. But we see how considerate she can be. She apologizes for overstepping her boundaries. She apologizes for telling him that he still has next year when he's trying so hard to improve himself right now. She realized that she's just projecting her insecurities and jealousy and then clears it up and made it up to him with an aquarium visit. Wait. An aquarium visit?
Tournaments really are so nerve-wracking. Each and every shot carries its own weight. Did you know that this match has your contact information hanging in the balance? But even if Taiki wins, there's nothing extra in it for him. So, if he wins, would you take him to the aquarium or something?
Pause. Kyo, the best wingman! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT! A small section for this guy. He's great. Him and Haruyu are great supporting characters for Taiki. If you haven't noticed yet, I'm only going to cover the stuff that's already in the anime. And a bit after that. If you expect an all-out dive into the manga and an introspection on each character beyond surface level, I'm not the man for that. Okay, I'm kidding. Let's talk Hina Chono. Oh no! She likes him, doesn't she? Oh shit, this always happens, goddammit. It's painfully obvious. I think this love triangle is quite interesting, actually. And before you click off saying, God, I fucking hate love triangles in anime, this sucks! This one actually deserves your undivided attention. Because it reminds me of Makane. And Chinatsu is the homewrecker. So, remember the thing about Taiki having a crush on Chinatsu? That's the whole point of the manga. It feels great when a crush motivates you to keep doing your best, especially in sports. When someone is there to give you sustenance, when someone is there to support you, and when someone is driving you forward, you feel great. But what if it all crumbles? What if the person that you've always liked before got someone else? I've seen discourse online about why she just didn't risk the friendship that she's at. But that's not realistic, no? They're teenagers. They don't know any better. Love is a complex concept to fathom, and it's scary. Even now, I myself wouldn't risk already good friendship with someone for some romance. I mean, what if it doesn't just work out? But that's the thing. She's too late. The moment that she realized that, oh, he has a chance with Chinatsu. And she starts to feel jealous. She starts to get emotional. And this breaks her down. It fucks with her psyche and her performance in sports. With no one to give motivation, to aid, and to support her while she's doing her best, it hurts. It really does. Whenever Taiki is down in the dumps or is struggling, he can imagine Chinatsu working just as hard. And vice versa. They know that someone they share a close bond with is trying their best too. They're like kindred spirits. Hina Chono is a great character. She's strong, resilient, and smug. Minus the smug. She's an up-and-coming rhythmic gymnastics athlete, but beneath it all is just an ordinary normal girl who's scared of love, who's confused on what she feels, who gets jealous and sad over seeing someone take away the person that she thought she already got in the bag with, but never really fully commit. I wish nothing but the very best for her. This romance is almost perfect in my eyes. The only nitpick I have is with the forced early misunderstanding with Haruyu.
You've got a crush on Chinatsu Kano?
They sorta did the whole she's going out with him. Surely they're just friends, right? This thing went on in like one episode, only to like be shut down the very same episode. Or the next one, if you count the cliffhanger. I thought the mangaka wanted to do something with that, something different, but it was scrapped and just devolved into bait. I mean, it's still amazing though. No other complaints so far. If we're talking about the manga, oh boy, please read it. I swear, it's worth your time.
After that, I heard how your team just barely missed the cut for nationals. That must have really crushed you. And when I thought of how hard you must have worked only to end up feeling that crushed, I told myself that I should work just as hard. Now that I think about it, that may have been the first time that I realized I liked her. Huh?
I forgot about that.
Hey! It's time to head home, kids!
Yes, sir.
I'll put the balls away.
That was a surprise. For a moment there, I thought she was crying.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Maybe it's only because she was just practicing, but her hand felt warmer than before.